All right. As mathematicians, we're always looking for smoother ways to do something. Really, scientists as well. We're looking for the path of least resistance. How can we get to the answer as quickly and easily as possible? What we've been doing for a problem like this, graph the line in this given form, is we've been finding the x and y intercepts. This is not in your notes. You don't have to write it down. Just watch for a minute. We're going to find the x and y intercepts. And so if x was 0, y would be 2. So we have a point 0, 2. If y was 0, then x would be, let's see, if y was 0, we would have to solve. So it would be 0 equals 3x plus 2. We'd have to minus 2 from both sides. We'd get negative 2 equals 3x. We'd divide by 3. And we would have an x-intercept of negative 2/3, 0, which isn't pretty. But those are the two intercepts. And so we have those two intercepts. Now we can plot the points. We can graph the line. 0, 2 would be our y-intercept. And negative 2/3, about there, 0. And we would have our graphed line. And that works. That's a fair amount of work. It would be really nice if we could just look at the equation the way it's written, y equals 3x plus 2, and just draw it. Not have to do any other work. Just be done. Just draw it. That would be awesome. So let's look at how to do that. If you're given two pieces of information, if you're given the slope and the y-intercept, then it's really, really easy and fast to draw the graph, to graph the line. If the y-intercept is 4, that's like having the point 0, 4. That's the y-intercept. So 0, 4, there's the y-intercept. And if the slope is negative 2/5, we just use our rise over run. We go a slope of negative 2, so we go down 2. A run of 5, we go over 5, negative 2/5. Done. So if we have the y-intercept and the slope, we can graph that line very quickly, very easily, by plotting the y-intercept and using the slope to find the next one. Try this one on your own. Plot the y-intercept, use the slope to find the second point, connect the dots. I'm assuming you tried it on your own. I'm assuming you did this without me. The y-intercept, I'm going to plot the y-intercept, negative 1/2. There we go. The slope is 4, which would be like 4 over 1. So rise over run, I go rise of 1, 2, 3, 4, run of 1. There's my point. I could even go the other way. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my point. There we go. And there's our graphed line. You only need 2 points. You didn't need to have the second set of points down the bottom there. But our graphed line would then be this line here. And we would have our y-intercept and our slope. That's how you graph it if you're given those two pieces of information. Now, when we have our equation written in what's called slope-intercept form, we're given the slope and the intercept. That's nice. And so if you can write your equation, if you can write the linear equation in what's called slope-intercept form, where it looks like this, y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b, you are going to hear that a lot. You are going to know it. You are going to love it. Y equals mx plus b. We're going to use it all the time. Y equals mx plus b. I'm saying it over and over again in the hopes that you remember it. Y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope. So m is the slope, which we've been using that already. And the y-intercept is b. So if we're in that form, y equals mx plus b, we're given the slope, we're given the y-intercept. It makes it very easy to graph when we have those two pieces of information. So let's look at this problem here. It says write the equation that describes the line in slope-intercept form. Well, we know the slope, we know the y-intercept. So if we use our formula, y equals mx plus b, the slope is 1/4. The y-intercept is 4. Done. We answered the problem. There will be a question like that on your test. It will give you the slope. It will give you the y-intercept. You just have to put them in the right places. Y equals 1/4 x plus 4. So you're given the information. You need to put it in the right spot. M is the slope. B is the y-intercept. For these two, I'd like you to shouldn't take you more than a couple seconds. Pause it, write the equation in slope-intercept form, given the slope, given the y-intercept, and then compare to my answers. I'm assuming you paused it. I'm assuming you tried it on your own. If you're writing it in that form, y equals mx plus b, if you're using that form where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept, it should be y equals negative 9x plus negative 5 fourths. Or you could certainly write it y equals negative 9x minus 5 fourths. Same thing. And so we got the slope, we got the y-intercept. Second one, same idea. The slope is 3, so y equals 3x, and the y-intercept is a half. Done. That's all you have to write. You're done. Y equals 3x plus a half. We've written it in slope-intercept form. Now, write the equation that describes the line in slope-intercept form. Same question, but they didn't give us the y-intercept. They gave us the slope, so that's a start, but they did not give us the y-intercept. So I'm going to write this down. I do want you to write y equals mx plus b. Please write that right there. Okay, you wrote it down. Good. We're going to fill in some of the information. We know the slope. The slope is 2. M is 2. So we can put 2 right there. We don't know the y-intercept. We don't know the y-intercept because it doesn't tell us the y-intercept. And we know that plus is plus. So I'm going to put, not a 6, sorry, my b's and my 6's look a lot alike. There we go, b. They do, however, give us some other information. This point here, 3, 4, we know it's on the line. It's part of this line. It's on this graphed line. And luckily, when we're given a point, we're given an x and a y coordinate for that point, which means that in my formula here, I've got y equals mx plus b. I know m is the slope, and now I know x and y. So y is 4, x is 3. So I'm just going to fill in the blanks. In these two problems, they gave us m and they gave us b. They gave us b, they gave us m. They gave us everything we needed. In these problems, they gave us x, y, and m. They did not give us b. So we got to figure out what b is. Well, we can solve this. Combine like terms. 2 times 3 is 6 plus b equals 4. I can minus 6 from both sides and get that negative 2 equals b. So I've solved for the y-intercept. I've figured out what the y-intercept is. The problem says write the equation in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals the slope, x, plus the y-intercept. We just figured out what the y-intercept was. The y-intercept was b, negative 2. And so in slope-intercept form, there's a line that goes through the point 3, 4, because 3, 4 is on the line. There's a line that goes through the point 3, 4 and has a slope of 2. And this equation, y equals 2x plus negative 2, will give us that line. Try this on your own. Same idea. They give you the slope. They give you a point that's on the line. Write that equation in slope-intercept form. I'm assuming you paused it. I'm assuming you tried it on your own. I'm going to write down the answer. And again, if you don't get the answer right, make sure that you watch the video that goes with it. Y equals 8x minus 23. Or you could write y equals 8x plus negative 23. Same thing. So either one of those are the correct answer. Again, make sure you watch the linked video if you didn't get that one right, or if you didn't even know how to start. Last little bit here then. We're going to write the equation in slope-intercept form and graph it. So it's not quite in the right form. It's 2y plus 3x equals 6. It's in that standard form, ax plus by equals c, but it's not in our new favorite form, y equals mx plus b. And so we could find the x and y intercepts, plot those 2 points to be fine, but we need to practice this moving things around thing as well. So if we want to get y by itself, again, our goal is to get y by itself. We need to get rid of the 3x. So we would have 2y equals 6 minus 3x. And that's not quite how I'm going to want it either. You know, that 3x, it'd be nice if the 3x came first. Kind of like here, mx plus b. So I'm going to rewrite that. I know some of you are growling and gruffing because you have to erase something. Boo-hoo, you'll be fine. So the negative 3x, remember this is a negative 3x here, and that's a positive 6. I can rearrange those however I want. It's like two blocks. You can put them in whichever order you want, as long as you keep one negative 3x and one a positive 6. So I'm going to put negative 3x plus 6 instead of 6 minus 3x. And the only reason I want to do that is because I want to get it in this slope-intercept form. Last thing I need to do then to get y by itself, I divide everything by 2. Divide everything by 2, and then it has to be everything divided by 2. So y is by itself. I've got negative 3 halves x plus 3. And it does say that we have to write it in slope-intercept form. So I've got that form. Now I'm going to graph it. The y-intercept is 3. So I make my point. The y-intercept is 3. The slope is negative 3 halves. So I go down 3 over 2. There's my other point. And you can keep going with this to keep the pattern going if you wanted. Down 3 over 2. And it would just keep on keeping on. It would just keep on going. Give this one a try. Write the equation in slope-intercept form and try and graph it. I'm assuming you tried, or at least looked at it and went, oh, I don't know. And so we're writing this equation in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. I'm almost there. It's y equals mx plus there's nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing behind that x. We have a number for nothing, 0. So it's y equals 2/3 x plus 0. It's already in the form y equals mx plus b. And so that y-intercept would be 0. Y-intercept would be 0. In fact, this is also in our direct variation form, y equals kx. And so y equals kx is a linear equation. It can be written in this form. It's just that the y-intercept is 0. The slope is 2/3, so I go a rise of 2, run of 3, and you could have your graphed equation then. There we go. All right, take the diagnostic, give it a shot. We'll keep talking about this. Make sure you're asking questions. It's getting tough. If it hasn't gotten tough already for you, it's going to get harder and harder. We need to be very careful with how these are set up, asking lots and lots and lots of questions. If you're confused by any of the problems we did in the notes, make sure that you type those into the paragraph. I do read those, so please do put those questions in the text right below this video.